there's going to be a request read out by Venerable Tendun requesting Rinpoche to come back next year and carry on teaching this profound teaching, and to come back again and again and again and again. Yeah.
Okay. Dear Kyabje Lama Thupten Zopa Rinpoche, remembering that we are not just labeled, but merely labeled.
Okay. Can someone take this from you? Thank you.
That's easier. Okay. I think we're supposed to request 3 times, so second, here we go. Dear Kyabje Lama Thupten Zopa Rinpoche, remembering that we are not just labeled, but merely labeled, the students here, the students watching online, Rinpoche students everywhere, and all sentient beings reverently bow down with body, speech, and mind. Remembering that not one atom of our form and mind exists from its own side, the students here, the students watching online, Rinpoche students everywhere, and all sentient beings present countless clouds of beautiful offerings. Remembering we exist, but exist as mere dependent arisings, the students here, the students watching online, Rinpoche students everywhere, and all sentient beings confess each and every mistake ever made in the past, present, and future. Remembering emptiness, the students here, the students watching online, Rinpoche students everywhere, and all sentient beings rejoice in each and every virtuous thought, speech, and activity of all holy and ordinary beings. May Rinpoche have an immeasurably long and stable life, and may the students here, the students watching online, Rinpoche students everywhere, and all sentient beings always have the good fortune to benefit from the nectar of your holy teachings. We are humbled by how much time Rinpoche has spent with us, pitiful, merely labeled students who completely believe in the true existence of our labels, of the true existence of self and phenomena. Humbled by the generosity, compassion, and patience of your perfect teachings, we aspire to repay such kindness by hearing Rinpoche's advice as personal instructions to practice right away, without wasting one more second of our precious human rebirths. Rinpoche's gifts of wisdom and compassion, especially the depth of teachings on the way our minds decorate all phenomena with the hallucination of true existence, the very object to be refuted. The extensive teachings on the practice of bodhicitta meditation so that we can free our minds of delusions, and that without these understandings, without Guru devotion, we will never generate renunciation or the correct view of ultimate truth, never fulfill our Buddha potential. In addition to all these teachings, Rinpoche has blessed us with the oral transmission of the lamp on the path to enlightenment, and blessed us with the most holy relics of the Buddha and precious gurus, more precious than a wish-fulfilling jewel, kinder than all the Buddhas. Rinpoche is the embodiment of the teachings, the perfect guru, and so from the bottom of our hearts we ask for more teachings. Please, Rinpoche, hear our request. Please grant us the best vacation possible, freedom from the self-cherishing mind. Please return to us again next year to Kadampa Center, to North Carolina, quickly to teach us the path free of suffering, the path to complete enlightenment, in order to enable us to benefit all sentient beings. Please, Rinpoche, come back in 2011 to continue to teach us on the most precious meaning of the words of Lama Atisha's The Lamp for the Path to Enlightenment, and all the topics contained in the Lamrim text. Rinpoche, this retreat has moved the hearts of your students, inspiring new students and strengthening the joyous effort and conscientiousness of older students. We are pitiful beings, bereft of method and wisdom, completely mistaken, merely labeled beings who thoroughly believe in the true existence of our labels, ourselves. Please guide us in the perfect, the infallible method to actualize our Buddha potential. Please grant our request to come again to teach us. It is rare, unbelievably rare in this life to find a qualified, perfect teacher. And the students here, the students watching online, Rinpoche students everywhere, and all sentient beings pray that Rinpoche will remain until the end of samsara and turn the wheel of Dharma. Just the thought Rinpoche may come again soon will make us unbelievably happy. Just imagine how inexpressible our happiness will be if Rinpoche returns. Remembering emptiness, the students here, the students watching online, and Rinpoche students everywhere, and all sentient beings dedicate all the merits ever created in the past, present, and future by us, holy beings, and all others to the supreme enlightenment. May all of Rinpoche's holy wishes to benefit sentient beings be fulfilled. With hands folded in sincere respect and gratitude, and countless prayers for Rinpoche's long and healthy life. On behalf of Geshe Geluk, Robbie Watkins, the director, the entire Kadampa Center community, and all the students here, please, Rinpoche, return to us.
Huh? It says everybody. Anyway, I'm not saying I'm a perfect teacher. I'm not saying I'm a perfect teacher. I think it's probably this better. I'm not saying I'm perfect teacher. I'm not. I am not perfect teacher. Yeah, so I don't want to keep you a long time. So all that. So so very, very sorry that didn't get to start the text last year, and then they just today just begin, and so much apologizing for that, and so anyway, I hope there was some benefit, out doing this course, and so that so it'll be difficult to tame others' mind without taming my own mind first. So see, it will be difficult to benefit. You see. So however, I have this some tiny bit help, to the mind, to the heart. So to achieve enlightenment, to achieve the realizations of the gradual part of the lower capable being, general, middle capable being, general, higher capable being. So, yes, so sooner or later to have those realizations. So all of us. So I'm not going to speak long. I'll speak on. So we'll try to live the life with bodhicitta motivation as much as possible. Not only when you do sadhanas or something, but work with any activity, okay, as much as one can. So all of that. Yeah. Then in meditation, so like that. So this idea is also good, that if you so if you haven't studied Lamrim, first study Lamrim 2-3 times, one text, the liberation palm in your hand or Lama middle Lamrim, something like that. So 2-3 times, read it from beginning to end, 2-3 times. So how many Lamrim times? You have read, what's that? It's not here. I think he went out to the remainder to put out. I think he went to Nepal or something. I got a flight to Nepal. So he read Lama Tsongkhapa Middle Lamrim 25 times or something. He recited, what's it? Bob. What's it? Huh?
Namsel.
Huh?
Namsel. Scott.
Scott, yeah. Where? Oh, how many times have you read? Huh? 25. Only 25.
20.
Only 20. Oh, I see. I exaggerated the 5. So probably, I think, in the organization, you might be the only one who read that many times. Yeah, so very good. So anyway, so possible 3 times, study. So it's very good. However, then then we start one meditation group devotion every day. Sometimes you are very busy or something, sick or something might happen, but just one meditation group devotion by following the outlines. Doesn't mean to finish all outline one day, but so one. Yeah, you can do one outline this week and 8 benefits. Next week, the 8 shortcomings, and then the next week is the 4 outlines. Then next week these kindness and kindness to Guru and those parts in the next week. So you could do that. Then you come back again. So until you get a stable realization, not just a few hours and few days, but which lasts for weeks and months and years. Seeing one Buddha, all the gurus from your heart, and one guru is all the Buddha, numbers Buddha from your heart. Not separate but mixed. You see, not one Buddha, one guru and numbers Buddha. It's all one. So when you think Guru, it's all the Buddha. When you think Buddha, it's all the Guru. You see, like that. So very stable. So until like that happens for weeks and months and years. You see. Then 1 year on the renunciation, samsara, and 1 year on bodhicitta. 1 year next year mainly focus on the emptiness. So you could like that. And then do that, and then after that, whichever realization you didn't have, then you see from there you start. So like that, okay. From there you start. You need first realization, renunciation before bodhicitta. Then bodhicitta. Like that. But emptiness, emptiness in the time. That can happen. See, it depends. You are married, and it depends. How much imprint you have, how much marriage you practice. See, purification done, and also devotion is done. How much strong devotion there is. So that. So this is then the second thing is able attack and initiation. Then tantric practice. The next one is your commitment to those whatever is it. But the main effort to put in the Lam. So like that until you achieve realization Buddhist in this life, you put main effort in the Lam. The second tantra. So that's so if it if it, kind of you set up your life in that way, plan your life. That's a very that's very clear. Your practice, very clear direction, very clear. Then you are developing something you see in your life. So then you can do this. Then you can come back from wherever you didn't have realization. Start from there. I mean, then you can do it step by step. Okay. However, if you are familiar with the Lamrim, you studied before, then you see, then you have one documentation every day, good version. Then other ones from perfect but then you go step by step. You see the trying to achieve realization. Trying to go step by step meditation, step by step. You see, no matter how many weeks, months, years it takes each meditation until you achieve realization. So put main effort on that. You see, then other one is another one every day. One little meditation on emptiness. That's one thing every day. Yeah, that okay. So. Out of the House Sutra or the if you're doing tantric meditation, I mean the sadhanas, the dharmakaya, meditation there, or just or just the for analysis, the proper analysis, or the different reasons. So if you know, then you can choose you can do different ones a day, different day or however you say. So that so then this. Wouldn't remember, and also the not time to the definition of each meditation realization. I think it will take time. So however, from perfect about up to a karma, the gradual part of the local being. However, in the samsara, you feel being in samsara. It's like being in the center of the fire, being in the very middle of the fire, center of the fire, hot red, center of the fire, or being in the prison, or like sitting, like your negative body is sitting on the thorn bush, so that you see, so like that, so unbearable, you see. Want to be liberated from this, can't wait even, can't wait even a minute, you see, can't wait even a minute, second, you see, kind of like that, you see. So when is stable like that, you see, to want to achieve liberation, then you see that you have renunciation of samsara, you see, stable like that, which weeks, months, and years, that goes. Then it's a realization, renunciation of samsara, so that like that. Totally, you see your samsara, total nature of suffering, so that samsara profession, samsara happiness. You don't get attachment to you don't get attachment to that even even second. You see, you don't get attached to that. You see only suffering. So that okay. So then the Buddhist what is mentioned. Then this that like that you are that you are mother. So, I mean, one way, most unbelievable kind in our lives, most unbelievable kind in our lives, most precious. That way your whole life depends on two. You see, and then most precious kindest and tears. You see, then that is the mother's suffering. See, mother's the sufferings, the so yeah. So for example, fell in fire. See, being the samsara, like being samsara, like fell in fire, like that. Then you see, without hesitation, I mean that you completely offer yourself to go, completely offer yourself to go down to save the mother from the being fall in and the whole fire, suffering. So you immediately offer yourself to go down, as liberty, safe, protective. So the unbelievable compassion. You feel, you can't stand. I want to liberate from that pain. I mean, burn. Can't stand. You can't stand even seconds. So then you take full response. You want to free from that suffering. You want to cause by yourself, and then you want to do that by yourself alone. And then you see yourself go down to help. So like that thought so naturally rises without any effort to enlighten scientific. Without an effort, naturally the thought rises. 24 hours, 24 hours that thought rises. You see, you see, yeah. So that see, then you have realization bodhicitta. So spontaneous rises 24 hours a day. So without effort to bring the scientific enlightenment. So you have realization bodhicitta at that time. So yeah, okay. So then we have to put effort. Then, so everything, whatever you do, you're living whole your life for that. Okay. So until we achieve that such a realization, see, then you put main effort in this. No matter how many months, year takes time, or even how many lifetime it takes time, we must put effort in that, so that. And then regards emptiness, then what from beginners about what you've been believing, that is true. See, something real when appearing from there. Then you see, you realize completely, see, what you've been believing from beginning to birth now is true. See, but now you realize that completely what you've been believing is true. Now it's completely non-existent. You realize that it's completely non-existent. And I'm not saying that thought, but that object, see, completely non-existent. Then, yeah, non-existent and non-existent, okay, total non-existent from the side. Then as a result, then it exists. For example, it exists mere name, limited mind. So the eyes, so the eyes, while it's empty, it is existing. While it's existing, mere name, limited mind, it is empty. So unified emptiness depends on that. So that's the so that means you understand emptiness is correct. Your mentation is correct, and it worked. Your realization emptiness is correct. That means so that then realization of absolute truth, the first one. Second one, the realization of convention, the constant realization of the truth of the obstacle mind. So all of that. the truth for the absolute wisdom. The first one, second one, truth for the absolute as an obscure mind. Truth for the obscure mind. So that. So that's it. So the yeah. So then each year can do yeah. Then, like this. Like this course retreat, or however your sub retreat 1 month or 15 days, or however say some retreat each year is very, very, very important. Mainly Lamrim. So preliminary, but preliminary with the Lamrim with the preliminary. Okay, and then sometimes tongue to days retreat. Yeah. But also best way to reach with the Lamrim. So like that, okay. So that's it. Then you see to leave positive imprint as much as possible, listening, teachings, and reflecting, studying, as much as possible. Sutta and Tantra. Then when we do sadhanas, you must know when we do sadhanas, leaving positive imprint all the time, leaving positive imprint. Unimaginable, most unimaginable, fascinating, positive imprint in the mind, for quick enlightenment. Can you imagine the most amazing, the preparation of the mind, for quick enlightenment? You start when you do sadhana, So, so that okay. So then the sooner or later you will achieve enlightenment. So, however, the very root is the Guru Yoga. The correctly devoting virtual friend. That one has to be the most. That one has to be the most careful. You have to put all your effort into that. Watch and that by having read those teachings well, then in the Lamrim you see those outlines. And then you see, make sure you don't make mistakes. You make sure you are correctly practicing or not. You watch at the same time. So you put all the effort. So if there's something went wrong there, then it becomes the greatest obstacle for realizations, even for the happiness of this life. So this is the most important thing. As Khyentse Chögyam Rinpoche said that correctly devoting virtual friend and mind training in the path of enlightenment, to say, language hours, train the mind in language hours, root the path, correctly devoting virtual friend, and then by depending on the Guru, then how to train the mind in the path of enlightenment. So Rinpoche said, most people might think the second outline is more important than the first one. But Rinpoche said actually it's like the two loads, you put over the animal. Over the animal, two loads. So only one side load, the other side then you cannot stay. You see, so like that you see two loads. So this root the path of enlightenment, the correct devoted words is very important as the after having found a Guru, to train the mind of power. The first one is very important as the second one. It's sent. like the true loads, you see. Like that. So it was explained. So how much success will the second part of the outline, you see, after having found good, train the mind, how much success? That was the first one. You have to put all the effort into that. Really pay attention to that. And then first make sure it's like shopping in the market. It's like going to the restaurant. It's like the restaurant. You see, restaurant or the market. You see, it's like that. You see, you taste this food, you taste that food. I mean, it's sort of like that. somebody going to somebody. You heard somebody going teaching for some teacher Lama or something. Then you go there. Then you go there for the initiation or some teaching. Want to receive? Then there's no continued thought of follow correctly devoting a virtual friend. There's no. And then it disappeared after some time. Forgot to disappear. Then follow. Then or somebody going to see one Lama. Then you follow that. Then you see, and then that forgot. Then sometimes forgot to see. Forgot how you there. And there's no practicing good devotion from one side. And forgot, left out. So like that. So like that. The shopping say. I cannot do that. If you do that, it is mentioned, even though heresy and anger did not rise, and if you didn't devote as a guru after you make Dharma connection, and then even the one verse of teaching that you receive teachings from that Lama or the teacher say one verse of teaching, then if you don't get it from your side Lama and Guru, then you will born as dog 500 lifetimes. You will be born as dog 500 lifetimes. 500 lifetimes. Then you will be born as a messenger. Then you will be born as a lower caste. That's what Papanga is mentioned in the Guru devotion teachings. But his own song, which said you were born as a spider, not scorpion. After dog 500 lifetimes, then you were born as scorpion, as Rinpoche said. So if you don't rise heresy anger, but you see you don't devote devotion. After you make a connection, haven't received one verse of teachings, you don't devote, then this mistake what rises. That one has to suffer a long time. See? So therefore, must read, must study complete teaching the Guru devotion. See, the Lamrim, you see the whole outline. See, then you get the whole idea, and then really care. One has put all the effort there. However, they do not rise heresy anger. So the whole point to train the mind and look at the Guru, to see Guru, that is, you see, so to not rise heresy. To not rise heresy anger, because it's the heaviest thing time. So, so then it blocks the enlightenment, all the realizations, and then as well as even the temporal happiness. You say. So and then most unmeasurable suffering for longest time. That you see. So can't benefit the sentient beings, and can't benefit even yourself. So I think that's it. So hopefully, go to the text. Hopefully, I start this time. So next time. So next time. Okay. So everything is impermanent. So but hope. We see. Okay. So thank you very much. So I want to say. So the Kadamba Center here. So all this time also, all the preparation arrangement, all the committee members, everything, including Gishla here. And so I want to thank, from bottom of my heart, thank very, very much, Director Robbie and all the members. Okay, so thank you very, very much. And then you see, then say the 4 people, 5 people who worked up there. Who worked up there? So they were very hard. They were very hard up there. Up there in Tushita. Pure Land. Anyway, so so very my blah blah blah. So I kind of say, I hope there's some benefit to the people, all those who So some people they send them a text message, watching. See. What's that? Su. Oh. So, I want to say thank you very much for all five of you, 5 Jain Buddhas. It's so great, and and also the family, the Vietnam family. Last year cooked food, this year cooked food. So I forgot that in Vietnam, no. So thank you very much. Okay. Yeah. So very kind. Vietnam family, cooking food. Okay. So they are benefiting food. Then say one thing I left out. The translators. Translators. Thank you very much. So you are enlightened sentient beings. You are enlightened sentient beings. Okay. So one thing I forgot is at the wisdom. Say I went to offer lunch, but I only talked their motivation, how to do the work. To motivate that this is the best thing. The publishing books, in the world. I said that's the best thing. They say, to stop. To give them wisdom, Dharma wisdom, and then through that, then stop war. It helps to stop war and famine, disease, because it gives education of karma. From where suffering comes, from where happiness comes, from where success comes. So from where the failure comes, from where the economic problem comes, everything. So karma is there. So in the education, in Buddhism, the basic education is the karma. So it gives that. So then, so giving Dharma wisdom. So then you see, to stop war, stop famine, stop the economic problem, disease. You see, danger of fire, water, all the problems. You see. So then stop rebirth in the lower realm. You see, and stop ring and samsara. So you see. Not only ultimate happiness, but achieving ultimate. So I would this, think you're working, the books benefit with that. So then you motivate in that way, benefiting the world, but the sentient beings benefiting this world. Okay? So I was talking about that how to do the motivation is to do. But then I forgot to thank the team. I was going to do that, but I forgot what I was talking about. I was involved in that. Forgot. So anyway, so as I mentioned this time about Nick, who started to work for so many years with Zoom in London, then in the archive now for so many years, and they organized it. So then the team, then director of the with publication. How many years? 20 years 22. Wow, wasn't like that. Imagine, wow. So I've been director of this, so then I've been developed so much. Now in the world, regards the wisdom publication is a kind of a good quality, and it's kind of good quality. So of course, so that means a little bit careful what book print you see. So of course, many people want to publish books, so that. So anyway, so I want to, so that time I forgot. So today, that time I forgot. I want to thank very much Nick and then for the late part, last 20, what is it, 20 or 20, yeah. Wow. So then, I want to thank very much to Tim for his hard work and with development, incredible development, the wisdom now in the world. So, but what meaning is Dharma. What it shows Dharma, so to the world, and especially some Lama teaching, you see. Many of this is Tibetan Buddhism, you see, many of those unmistakable teachings. So I think it's, the Dharma book goes every corner of the world. You see, people don't come to the teachings or something all over the world, but the Dharma book goes all over the world. So it's very, 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 very important service. And so anybody who hear who see the book, who keep the book, by touching the book, by seeing the book, remember the book, just they made it purify all the need karma collected from beginning to birth, and made them cause them immediately. All the physical and mental problems they get healed immediately, and by that, and then you see able to realize in the heart of the Dharma renunciation, put the right view, especially the bodhicitta, okay? Good heart, chasing also, seeking happiness also, so that, okay? That every person who reads the book then become the root of the happiness of all sentient beings and the world peace. Each person becomes the root of all that, So stop completely harming others, okay? The minute when you're just even touching the book, remember the book, seeing the book, just about that, by keeping the book. So no question of it. You want to actually read, study, you see. So trap in the grave, like that, okay? So that's it. Same, there are archives, and they. Okay, so that's that's it. So I think that's it. Thank you very much. And I think so. What about the 2 days retreat? More meditation. That's very good. So I think that's it. So I'll pray as I've been praying. Even the food time, pray everybody. So hope to see you next time. Okay.
This is the leftover soul on page 137.
What?
Sola.
Oh yeah. Ma ta chuna yin jo ta do ja de chen bo jo ma tian zhen ga da cha che che la be sa men do cha la ke ham je chen je to na nge ji bo ma yo la de ma de le zu zhen do na jo che le zu zhen do la ma do I forgot the text. I was going to the room of this text, so to not get cancer, those heavy sicknesses, and so I've been doing that and telling people. It was also the website, I think, the internet. I'm sure, yeah, that and this budget armament, how you to recite so that you don't. Once sickness comes, it's not easy. So, but I forgot to bring the text. That and Yeah. So the lung of the material mantra, some of the mantra lung, okay, the material mantra, and then this is matter for success in the most unbelievable meditative practice. And then, medicine with the mantra, and then the mantra, but just by hearing, it purifies the very heavy karma, five negative karma without breaking another life. That heavy karma purified. So the lung of those, okay. So by hearing those, as I mentioned, so that doesn't get born Lord in. So there's so again to meet Dharma. Next slide. So the the Namjal mantra, okay. Namo Ranadaya, Namo Bhagavate Sajamunaya, Tathagataya, Arahate Sanyasamambudaya, Tayado Omanjidaya, Anjidaya, Avaranjidaya, Jitendaya, Hara Hara Metere, Avalugete, Akarakara Mahasamaya, Jitembara Barama, Ambode Merabeza, Mara Mara Emagama Samaya, Bodhi Bodhi Ma, Bodhi So, Omamoye Moye So. Om Mone Mone Mara So Om Bibola Garabea Mane Parabea to the Gadane, the Janeman Isu above Mara Sagara Gamberu, Zola Zola, Peter Belokon Gabeso, Tayadon Beggars, Begazama, because the Samanga de So. Omatea da so da ga da do da ma da ga ba sa na so ja pa pa ma so da sa me do chine be ma le be de so ha mbun so ma me de so mbun so ma me da mbun so ma de so Ombrun so mameta ayuda de so ombrun so mameta de so ombrun so mameta de so ha Chanjo semjo rinpoche maje panam je joje java nyamba me ba ye kone kung do abe wara so Kare Rave Gurve Shingandi, Pendan Deva Malu Jumene, Chere Sama Tenzen Jasoye, Shabe Side Pato, Tenjo Che, Tonya Ninja Sundo Jubela, Cheche Sanze Kanjen Tendu, Chana Bema Tenzen Jasola, Sovan Dedo Shidundu, Dana Gombo Chere Siwange, Seche Jave Changa Kanjen Shin, Yongso Jache Mola Kanze, Tesan Tende Nyudo Chavazu, Nanton Junye Same Tende, Tusan Tuze Tuta Tenze To, Lende Lume Tende Tasake Tembema, Nyodo Cherabakundo Java Zangave, Tejo Shinyin Musun Tebedo, Java Nabe Lamsan Tinye, Keche Sayang, Gavara Majuro. These are the past, present, future, marriage, current, time, marriage, but number of things, Buddhas, that which totally empty from its society, where the eye was totally empty from its society. Achieved the Guru Shadam Buddha's enlightenment, which is totally empty from its society. Lead all the sentiments who are totally empty from their own side to the Guru Shadam Buddha's enlightenment, which is also totally empty from its side. By myself alone, who is also totally empty from its side. By myself alone, who is also totally empty from its own side. I dedicate all the merits to be able to follow holy excellent Jesus Buddha's Samada Bhadda Madhurasha as they realize I dedicate all the merits same by 3 times Buddha's have dedicate their merits. You got the glass, this glass with mantra inside. So that one is from Pema Sabhawa. One Chinese person in Singapore met last year. This year or last year, I don't remember. So he printed many on the iron, I think shani, what's it called. So gives people. So I asked Dr. Chunala here to make the glass so that that when you put it in the water, it doesn't cause unhealthy things. So so this idea, this is supposed to be actually reserved water. You put in a reserved water where so the million people who drink the water, they get blessed. Their mind get blessed. You see. But anyway, how you put in the water tank, it's good to put the water tank. However, that's not possible. Then why you drink cold water? They filter water or something. You put this inside so then everybody can drink. So it blesses the mind. It blesses your heart. I saw the benefits. The man had the benefits. So the essence is that there is achieving enlightenment in this life. But however, it means I think to see by blessing the mind, then it's easy to achieve realization. So I think that's what it means. I think. So I asked Dr. Sachunala Dhamsara to make this. Wrote the mantra, then give it to manage that to the glass. You see. So that is for that. But there's one flower. So let's see. If there's time, sure. So this flower is a Manjushri flower from Uttaishan. And they're extremely rare. So not other places. So you get from Manjushri mountain. So there's normally those astrological. So they I was looking for gunsang. That's a special grass called gunsang. It's a holy grass. So then that you see, but it makes the heart soft, subdued. Even the animal becomes like that, subdued, and then sometimes it's bad. You see, the animal has got this implant, and then you see it doesn't go away, and stays there. It doesn't go away in the mountains. It stays there, like meditating, and then sometimes tears come out. You see, and like that. So the and also relic comes from that animal body. Relics comes like that. You see, so mind change. See so anyway, so that seems very rare. So that grass, daytime from that smoke comes. Nighttime flame comes from that plant. But I heard in Nepal, very far on the mountains, there's one lake. In the very center, there's a flower. But from the flower, flame comes. It's a Manangpa, not Mustang, but Manangpa. I heard it from one monk, Jigtrul. So the lake, then there's one flower in the center. So that has flames come. But it seems to be extremely rare. There's a scented smell, you see, unbelievable. Even flowers there, you can smell unbelievable. So you could cover many cloths, smell cannot be so. So that one is what I was thinking was, because so many people get AIDS, and that's what I was thinking. If you get a little bit of that, full of unbelievable healing all the sicknesses. And not only that, mind soft. So it softens the mind, heart, which is there. Is a blessing with to achieve realizations. However, so these I saw in the text, in the Tibetan text. So then she asked somebody, and that person already had collected but many years ago, kept that person somehow. Then again the person looked around and yeah. So this is to put in the water. This is to put in the water. To put in the water, and then you keep you drink water today, tomorrow. I mean, you keep that 1 or 2 days. You see, then you can eat at the end. So you can keep on drinking the water, change the water. Yeah. So it blossoms in the water, even though it's dry. But so there's they've forgotten before. So it helps the fermentation like that. Okay? So I think that's the blessed string. Now the blessed string you see here, this is not just many thousands of many people chanted other mantras. So this is if you wear the minute when you wear purifying the karma, and there's protection, and also remind you good heart bodhicitta. So when you see this bodhicitta, to remind you bodhicitta, the benefit of the means to not harm. And then you see, whether you're willing or not, don't lose. You keep it when somebody is dying or dead. Then this is very important to put on their body. To put even not a tongue, but just touch. Yeah. And then for animals, as when you see dying dead, you see, you can use that. Okay. So that's about it. So thank you very much for everybody. Thank you. So see you soon. To the 그래.
The first session of the retreat is 6:30 tomorrow morning with precepts, starting with precepts. The rest of the schedule will be posted soon.
Okay, thank you so much. Here, maybe the Stupa Kadamba Center. She was also, I think, the nuns in Mongolia. So I think maybe share, okay, donation. Okay, so thanks so much.